Today I'm going to be talking with you guys about a couple different things. This is my first chit chat. Get ready with me. I'm going to be doing this soft glam look. It's really glowy, really almost fall time-y. So if you guys want to hear about my diet, a lot about beauty industry, I kind of a little bit about Instagram, just a whole range of things. Just keep on watching. Hey guys, so I hope I'm not too close, but I'm starting with my eyebrows already done because it takes me a long time to do my eyebrows. I'm gonna hop right in with the makeup look, and today we're gonna be doing a soft glam look. Yeah, so I'm gonna be talking about a couple things. Eventually we're gonna get around to the beauty and or not beauty, but the fitness and the health and the food and stuff that I post most of the time. This is my In the Balm of Your Hand palette from the Balm Cosmetics. I got it in the Pixi Glam Plus box. So the beauty industry right now, or not the beauty industry per se, people like that, where it kind of felt like, wow, like I guess the first like real lifestyle YouTubers that I was really into. And I feel like a lot of people can relate to this, like that are in like my generation. Right now I'm using Meet Matte Adore, this color from the palette, and blending the shade up a little bit. So, but yeah, just YouTubers like My Life is Ava and all those people like really set like what was in for girls my age. At least that's what I kind of saw. Like they would wear like all the Hollister and all this stuff, and then we would wear Hollister. I used Scarlet from the Beauty Glazed palette, and now I'm blending that out with Matte Russo from In the Balm of Your Hands. So in the beauty industry, I don't know if it's just me, but I've been noticing that there's been like a lot more drama. Obviously it's not just me, but there's just been a lot of drama, and it feels like when I first got into watching beauty videos, because that's how I got into makeup and all that, it wasn't as like there weren't as many people already like at the top. Like it was a lot of like rising stars who would like just come out and were like kind of new, like all probably below like 1 million subscribers, and like the height, like at that time, like 400,000 subscribers, like whoa, like she has 400,000 subscribers, like that's a lot of people. But now it's like, I guess that's low now, because most of the like well-known beauty YouTubers are like well past 1 million. So it just feels different for me, at least, because I do post on like a makeup page, so I'm like in the same like industry, basically like trying to become something in this industry. But it's so hard for people like me who are like just now, or not, well I guess yeah, recently, like just now starting. Now there's so much copying that if you have your own original idea, it's like that just gets snatched away from you. It really doesn't even depend on like who you are as a person, like what you put out there, like what you put into your work. It's like that could just be snatched away from you by someone who's like has more subscribers than you or has more followers than you. I don't think that's okay. I don't think I ever thought that was okay, but I really don't think that's okay now that I'm seeing it. And I just posted a thing on my story about Chelsea Worthy. Sorry, the sun is kind of but I'm using a black shade on an angled brush, and I'm gonna create a little bit of a wing. Let me get in closer for this. Sorry you guys have to be like awkwardly close, but so yeah, Chelsea Worthy was making these like really cool videos. But yeah, she just made like those like really cool videos, and I just did a like simple like straight wing. Her works got like, in the post she basically explains what happened, but her works got not directly, I don't want to say like copied, but basically copied. You know, she wasn't getting like as many views or as much like attention because of it. Of course she was like given all the articles and stuff when it first came out, but my thing is she's like feels like terrible basically because of it, because she feels like she's being overlooked because she has a smaller following than these people, and I think that really sucks. I don't know, it's just really really whack, but at least in her comments you get to see like a lot of people like acknowledging the fact that it's whack and just like being there for her, like, we know this is your like original idea, like you don't have to feel this way because of it. Just being there for her. I'll link the post in my description box if you guys are interested. Right now I'm smoking matte reed into the liner to create kind of like a smoky look. We're gonna clean it up later, but like the whole copying thing, like it's so discouraging for especially smaller artists like myself to see, because it kind of feels like, well dang, I don't want to, you know, work so hard to come up with an idea and then see it be snatched away from me under the guise of like, that's just how it is, you know, you just gotta deal with it. I don't know, I think the whole thing is like really weird, and I just wish she would have gotten like the correct recognition for it. I don't think it would have been terribly hard or like anything for her to have gotten it. I'm gonna take my foundation onto a little concealer brush and cut out a crease. So that's basically what you want to do. You want to cut a crease. And the reason I chose a color that's close to my skin tone is just because I find that everything looks a lot more soft when the base to my glitter is close to, I don't know why that's the correlation I made, but so I'm just gonna use this like other concealer brush to put on a really soft pink glitter on top of that. But yeah, I don't know if I'm the only one who is confused by this, but Jackie Aina's Anastasia palette got a lot of backlash. Like what? And it was about the Wigglies shade, and I watched a couple videos about it. I know I watched Nappy Headed Jojoba's video, and in it she talks about like how Jackie stated that the shade was a joke about wigs, and she was saying how weird it was for people to think that that was like a racial slur. And you can watch what she says about it in her video. I'll link it in my description bar as well. It's just really stupid. The whole situation is really stupid, and I was actually really excited about her palette. Like, I'm excited whenever Jackie launches anything, you know, she's doing something great. Right now I'm using the ColourPop Golden State of Mind palette to create this like crease. I want to really grow my makeup page, like really badly, and I know I say that all the time, to my friends at least. Like, I actually do get like discouraged and stuff, but that's just because I do see the stuff that's happening to like smaller influencers. It's just really discouraging to see like all the drama that's happening and be like, oh well, is this the industry I'm about to join? Like, is there about to be all this drama? Like, I don't want that. I don't want to be invested in that. I don't know, it's just really hard. And I know that the main way that people are gaining these followers on their beauty pages is by starting to do more video posts. Like, I've noticed that video posts get a lot of traffic. I've noticed that people who switch from kind of a photos-based account to a video-based account see a lot more rapid growth in their popularity. And I don't know if it's whether videos are more optimized to like hit the explore page. I do not know what it is. I know that if I want to see the kind of growth that these people are seeing, I probably should start making more and more videos and stop focusing so much on like themed pointed posts that only really serve a small audience that, you know, feels the same way I do about the kind of like trendy stuff that you see on your explore page all the time. It's not that I'm tired of it, but it's not me. I don't want to sacrifice like who I am and like what I want to do to grow. If you guys know me in real life, you probably know that I like love to sing. So I also wanted to open up to like starting to share that part of myself with people outside of like my school, like sharing it on here. But it's so much harder that way, because when you're singing at school and like for school things, it's easier to be like in your own little bubble, because these are like people that you probably can relate to one way or another, and I'm probably like more apt to like you. So, but like opening myself up to basically the YouTube world, it's just scary in that sense. Like, I legitimately I actually write songs, but well, I pride myself on being a good writer in general, but I'm not like I'm such a good songwriter. Like, lyrically inclined. Like that's not the kind of that's not the kind of energy I have. So I kind of wanted to be able to share that with, like I said, more than the reach of my school, because I go to school in Brentwood. It's not just because I'm so used to seeing the same kinds of things. I don't mean that to be like I'm quirky, but like I kind of feel like there's nothing trending right now that really represents the kind of fashion I like, the kind of things I like. There's nothing really like there. Right now I'm taking the shade Alice Cooper, and I'm putting it on my eye, right here. Yes, right here is where I'm putting it. I kind of want this to be a place for girls like me people whose style fits in so many different categories, because I find that a lot of Instagram influencers, I should say, beauty influencers, have been going downhill that I used to follow from like years ago, are starting to see like a decline in their like engagement rates and like popularity. And I was like, wait, why is this? I think it's because Instagram fame itself is, and I'm gonna rub this in with my hands, but Instagram fame in and of itself is a really short-lived concept. It just goes away so fast because Instagram focuses on beauty and looks because it's literally just pictures with captions. And even for comedians, like Instagram comedy is really basic and repetitive until it gets boring. Then we move on to the next thing. We move on to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. And I don't know, I just think it's a weird thing to think about that, like, in a sense, they're just extending their shelf life, creating expectations of like what everyone else wants them to be. On the topic of like Instagram and stuff, I also noticed that in comparison, YouTube fame is way longer like lived than Instagram fame. And I was like, why is that? It's literally just because when it comes to YouTube, you kind of have to have a personality. Like you can't, I guess unless you're just doing like fashion videos and all you're showing is your body, then obviously like that doesn't require as much personality. But when it comes to Instagram, you literally are just posting pictures. There's nothing that like requires you to be like this really cool, relatable person, as much as YouTube just requires you to have like something other than, I guess, looks to draw in long-time viewers and like commentators, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just think it's like weird how the two different platforms are. We had to have a little bit of a setup change because the sun was getting too close and I can't be sitting in the sun. So I think to wrap up whatever I was talking about before with Instagram personalities and their fame being more short-lived than YouTube personalities and their fame, our nature really as watchers is to be drawn to people depending on their personality. We're more drawn to people for their personality in the long run. Like, yes, you might follow this person instantly because they're like a gorgeous person, but what's gonna keep you coming back to that person other than their gorgeous face? Unless it's changing every day, which is what makeup basically is you're changing your face every day. That's why you're posting pictures of your face every day. Has a different effect on your viewers, obviously. Offers a different longevity of your fan base, and it's just different. So the one trend though that I really am happy is a trend, and I'm really glad that I got in on the trend, is people starting to thrift a lot more. So when I was a little kid, I would have to thrift for my clothes regularly. Like, it wouldn't be uncommon to stop at a thrift store instead of like a Justice to get my clothes. It wasn't a big deal to me, but the school I went to, kids would like make fun of other kids, like, what brand is that? And that was during the what are those? Ooh, that was during the what are those phase, and it just made me hate my life so much that entire like time that was a thing. Because I was one of the kids that like got my shoes from straight up like Payless. Like right now it's like more okay and acceptable to be like, yeah, I got this from Ross. But back then, I don't know what kids had against other broke kids, but it was a crime to have on my little Payless sandals. Like what was like, it just, I don't know, it was just really weird. And I'm really happy that now it's like, you know, acceptable to be like, yeah, this entire outfit was like $1. Let me get this straight. You can thrift clothes that have been made in sweatshops, but it's just the idea of thrifting and not buying clothes that need to be produced a store that kind of keeps these clothes that were already made and just sells them to other people. It's just a nice idea. So I'm sorry I didn't narrate this part. I used my Suva Beauty liquid illuminating drops. Then I used my NYX Total Drop Control Foundation, Fit Me Loose powder to bake under my eyes. But yeah, I think the main thing I like about being able to thrift now is just being able to try out so many different like types of styles and stuff, like, and it literally being so easy and so cheap. Another thing I've been wanting to focus on a lot more is my health, and obviously that's like something that's really important and that you should want to focus on for the majority of your life. You should want to be focusing on your health. Recently, like in July, I started noticing that I was having a lot of stomach problems. Like I couldn't eat, I couldn't poop a lot, like I wasn't going regularly. A big part of it was because I was dehydrated. I found that even when I was drinking a lot more water and like was like doing more healthy things, it just was like my body was broke. It didn't work. I didn't really know what to do, and I got really sad about it. I was just like, man, I would love it if my body worked. Like, that would be so fun. But eventually I ended up finding out because I went to camp and all we really ate was pasta and vegetables and meat, but mainly pasta and like breads. Then I went to Austria over summer, and there we had breads as well, a lot of bread, a lot of pasta. I was like, I cannot eat any of this food. None of this food can come inside of my body and leave. Like, it just can't. No. And eventually I came home and I was with my boyfriend, and I had a burger or something. Like, he had just ordered me the burger, and I remember eating it, and right after it I would get the same feeling that I always got whenever I was eating, which was like my stomach would get all tight, I would feel sick, like I have to go and throw up. And I was just like, what is happening? Like, but he said to me, and I felt so dumb after he said it. He's like, do you think you have a gluten like allergy? Do you think you can't tolerate gluten? And I sat there and I was just like, you know, that makes sense. The most I was really eating was a bag of pretzels. So all the time I was filling myself up with the stuff that was making it to where I couldn't eat. I decided to test this theory. I decided to go on a diet that completely cut out all of gluten, used only substitutes for gluten, and I instantly noticed that I just had a lot more energy, my mood was better, I was making regular bathroom trips, it was just so much better. And that's when I just decided, you know, I don't think I can have gluten. I think out of the things I can have, gluten is not one of them. I still cheat sometimes. Like, I'll be really hungry and I'll just be looking at a bag of goldfish. I'm like, and it's so hard. Also, I cut milk out. Just because dairy isn't good for you, and dairy always made me feel sick. So I decided to stop that as well. So I've been only drinking almond milk and soy milk. You never crave the food that you cut out as much until you drive by a place that serves it, that you used to go to when you could eat there. I don't know if that made any sense, but you will know if it does. That was so, oh my god. It's terrible. I've been working on like just eating healthier in general and working around that and just getting more comfortable with my body, because I'm also trying to gain weight at the same time. And people are like, well, overweight people are like trying to eat healthy food to lose weight. Like, you're trying to gain weight, like, shouldn't you be eating like unhealthy food? Like, not exactly that, but they're just like, are you still eating like salads? Should you be eating like steak and like all this pasta and stuff to gain weight? But my thing is, I'd rather eat a lot of healthy food than smaller portions of unhealthy food, because gaining weight isn't my main goal. My main goal is to be a healthier person in general. I just use the Balm Take Home the Bronze little single in Greg, and right now I'm gonna go in with my Alamar Cosmetics Colorette Blush Trio, and I got this in an Ipsy box as well. They look way more pigmented than they are, but you can tell this is my favorite. But I'm gonna use that to blush my cheeks. I just want to be more healthy, because at some point this year I was like eating under 700 calories a day, just because I would forget to eat. I would just be so lazy and like so tired after school that I would honestly just like come home, go to sleep, wake up the next morning for school. Like, pretty much. So I've decided to kind of take that into my own hands and like really work on that and start like, you know, preparing my dinners, preparing breakfast. I already started, but I want to start being more serious when it comes to working out soon and like going to the gym regularly. And maybe then after I'm healthy and like, because I do feel a lot healthier. I do feel more hydrated. I've been drinking a lot of water. Like, I've just been getting myself to a place where I can start to focus on getting like, oh, now I want to gain weight now that I'm healthy. So yeah, and if you guys want to know more about like my meal plans, like what I eat every day, how I motivate myself to stay like gaining basically, just let me know. You can comment and let me know if you guys want to see that. It's really helped me like grow to accept myself more, because I've always felt bad about being like a thinner person, especially in the time period that I'm growing up in now, when like butts are like the big thing. And it's just like it's kind of going more into the bigger body acceptance, and there's nothing wrong with that, obviously, but I kind of agree with this YouTuber. She's like a fitness YouTuber kind of, and her name is "My Thoughts Will Offend You" or something. I kind of agree with what she says. Promoting unhealthiness is just wrong in all categories, and instead of promoting a body size, why don't we just promote being healthy, being like, you know, curvy is in, or like thin is in, or like big butts, or like any of that. Why don't we just promote feeling healthy and feeling beautiful in your skin? But being extremely thin is unhealthy, just as being extremely overweight is extremely unhealthy. But obviously, if you can't control your health, like if you're like sick or something or have a disease or something, obviously that's not what I mean. But I mean just taking care of yourself in the best way that you can. I think that just has a different, it hits a little bit different. I'm gonna be using my Pixi makeup fixing mist and spraying that to set my face. Now I'm gonna apply my lashes and throw on a lip, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, so I have on my lashes and my lip, and these are the lashes that I usually wear. They're from Cuckoo Lashes on Amazon, and they're in the they're in the style lavender. So yeah, thanks guys so much for listening to me throughout this whole video. I know I was a little bit all over the place. This is my first time trying to do like a video like this where I'm actually sitting down and talking about a range of different things in front of the camera. Usually when I have one topic, I'm more structured and like organized, and it's not as messy as this is. Hopefully I'll edit it to make it make sense, but it was a really good learning experience. So thanks guys for helping me through my first get ready with me / chit chat video. I hope to do more of these in the future. I hope you guys like this look. I really do. I think it's kind of pretty. Don't forget to follow me on my social medias if you wanna. They're in the description box, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!